How much would you save on your premiums if you were to buy at a later date? And are there any costs involved in delaying a purchase? In this video, we will unpack the numbers behind a common belief that purchasing insurance at a later date rather than now will provide you with monetary savings as you save on the years of premiums when you are uninsured. Now, I'll be breaking this video down into 3 parts: hospitalization, term life, and whole life insurance, and examine the viability, pros and cons of delaying the purchase for each different class of instruments. I will timestamp these sections which you can skip to the parts you are most interested in. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Does it make sense to delay your hospitalization insurance? Given that hospitalization plans in Singapore operate based on a guaranteed yearly renewable basis, the cost of insurance is not fixed based on the age of entry, but instead increases based on the prevailing age when the premiums are due. Now, what this means is that there is no economic incentive to purchase your hospitalization insurance as early as possible, as the cost that you will be paying in the future will not be affected by the timing of your purchase. To give you an example, if you were to purchase the policy at, let's say, 26 years old, when you are 36 years old, you will be paying the same premiums as what other 36 years old individuals would be paying if he or she were to purchase it then. Looking from that perspective, there is an economic saving in delaying your hospitalization insurance purchase, as the cost of inaction is not reflected or priced in the premiums that you will be paying in the future. That said, what is the risk or downside of delaying your hospitalization insurance purchase? Well, the cost of inaction is not reflected in the premiums that you are or would be paying. The biggest risk and downside of delaying your hospitalization insurance purchase comes from the angle of insurability. Now, what this means is that in an event where you suffer from any illnesses or accident prior to obtaining the coverage, these conditions that you suffer from will be classified as a pre-existing condition and will most probably be excluded completely from the coverage itself. For example, if my intention is to purchase my hospital insurance after I'm 30 years old and I suffer from a back injury during an exercise back when I was 27 years old, while I may have recovered from that injury, the treatment or medical attention provided for my back injury would be considered to be a pre-existing condition, and an insurance company might just exclude any back-related conditions or treatment, which you can see from the actual letter of counter offer for the example that I gave. Long story short, while there are actual premium savings by delaying your insurance purchase, you are risking your insurability, which may result in a full exclusion of any pre-existing conditions that may occur as a result of an illness or an accident before you purchase your hospitalization insurance. Now, does it make sense to save a few hundreds of dollars a year just to be excluded from thousands of dollars of potential treatment costs in the future? Weigh the odds yourself. Does it make sense to delay your life insurances? Unlike hospitalization insurance, there is an economic incentive to purchase your life insurances earlier as opposed to later, as the cost of insurance is locked in based on your age of entry. Now, what this means is that the earlier you purchase your life insurances, the cheaper the yearly premiums would be. The key question, however, is how much cheaper would it be to purchase your life insurance earlier as compared to later, and will the increase in cost outweigh the potential premiums saved by delaying the purchase? To answer this question, we will have to look at the subcategories of life insurances separately. Does it make sense to delay your term life insurances? On the topic of term insurances, these are the prevailing yearly premiums for the same level of coverage amount and expiry age. What you will realize from this table is that while the years payable decreases, the longer you delay your insurance purchases, the higher the yearly premium payable increases. In this case, the increase in the yearly premiums due to an older age of entry far outweighs the premiums that could have been saved during the years when you are uninsured, as seen from the total premiums paid, which will only increases as you delay your purchase decision. Now, if you are wondering how much would your premium increases for every year you choose to delay your purchase decision, the answer to that question is 6%. The cost of insurance will increase at 6% compounded for every year that you choose to delay your insurance purchase as a result of a higher age of entry. Add in the risk of insurability, it does not make sense for you to delay your term insurance purchase, as you will end up paying 6% more a year and risk losing the coverage in the event where you have any pre-existing conditions. Does it make sense to delay your whole life insurances? On the topic of whole life insurance, these are the prevailing yearly premiums for the same level of coverage amount and expiry age. What you will realize from this table is that while the years payable remains the same, the longer you delay your insurance purchases, the higher the yearly premium payable increases. In this case, there is no economic incentive to delay your decision to purchase a whole life insurance, as it does not reduce the years payable, and you will only end up paying a higher yearly premium, thereby pushing the total premiums paid higher for every year you delay your decision. If you are wondering how much will your premium increases for every year you choose to delay your purchase decision, the answer to that question is 2.6% to 3%. The cost of your insurance will increase at 2.6% to 3% compounded for every year you choose to delay your insurance purchase as a result of a higher age of entry. On top of the higher cost of insurance for the whole life plan, your cash value behavior is also affected by your decision to purchase the plan earlier or later. In fact, the estimated surrender value decreases the later you purchase a whole life insurance. From a percentage perspective, for every year that you delay your whole life insurance purchase, the estimated surrender value that you will receive in the future decreases by 2 to 4%. In short, considering the risk of insurability as well as the fact that you will be paying more in premiums for the same duration and receiving less in surrender value, it does not make economic sense for you to delay your purchase of a whole life insurance. Summary. So there you have it. From a quantitative analysis of a 3 major insurance instrument, the conclusion that we can derive is that for hospitalization insurance, while there is an economic incentive to delay your insurance purchase, the cost savings might not be worth the additional risk that is borne in the form of insurability. For term life insurance, there is no economic incentive in delaying your insurance purchase, as the cost of insurance increases by 6% a year, as well as the risk of insurability. For whole life insurance, there is no economic incentive in delaying your insurance purchase, as the cost of insurance increases by 2 to 3% a year, while the surrender value receivable decreases by 2 to 4% a year on top of the risk of insurability. This is why I always encourage everyone to get their insurance done up as soon as possible. And if you do not know how to get started with your insurance planning, or if you do not have the time to do your own market research, you can consider engaging an independent financial advisor who can help you make sense of the market and shortcut your insurance planning process. To find out more information about how you can benefit from my financial and insurance planning services, you can check out what I do on my website and reach out to me directly. The link is in the description box below. Subscribe to this channel or follow me on Instagram or Telegram to receive a 1-minute daily market update and stay updated with the future upload on YouTube. Stay safe and I hope to hear from you soon.